you thought blacklight art died after the psychedelic 60s, rest assured it's alive and well and on Broadway in a show called A Little More Magic. Director Diane Dupuis says she got the idea of illuminating her performers 20 years ago from comedian Bill Cosby.
He says, have you ever thought of black light? I didn't know what that was. And the way he described it kind of brought in the colors that I used to see as a child in the dark.
But the real magic in this show isn't the blacklight. It's the performers who skillfully maneuver the life-size puppet. Of the 15 actors in this group, 12 are mentally handicapped. They call themselves the Famous People Players. What does the blacklight aspect allow you to do with your troupe?
Truthfully, 20 years ago, Hyde, when we founded the company, it was very taboo to be working with people who, in those days, were once called retarded. I got told it would be a freak show, that it was absolutely awful, and these people are to be institutionalized. They're in segregated schools. But I was very young at the time, and I really believed that we all had a creative core inside us, and if we could just unlock it and let it escape, we can contribute many wonderful things.
The performers may be disabled, but Dupuis cuts them little slack.
Now, whoever does that, that's bad. Us.
Everyone is expected to perform on both sides of the curtain. That means not just hitting cues on time, but also getting ready the 600 or so puppets and props used in each performance. This job is not for the weak-willed. And there's no hiding behind the blacklight. Towards the end of the show, the secret is revealed.
Last night was sitting on a block of stone, with over in the corner weeping all alone.
They've all grown so much. I remember the first time we were on Broadway, we had a young girl in the company who was so afraid to take a bow. She used to come out and cover her hands and take a bow like this. And the ushers would say to me,
get her off the stage, she can't bow. But today she's really growing, and boy, can she take a bow. Michelle Busby.
We're not afraid anymore to say who we are, because we think, you know, there's a wonderful dream here about people overcoming their handicaps and turning them into victory. And that when we dare to dream, nothing, absolutely nothing's impossible.
What's that beautiful? I'll tell my granddaughter to pay my great-grandson.
I used to be afraid of the dark. One day, Diane turned off all the lights and showed everybody in the audience what I looked like. And I wasn't afraid of the dark anymore.
I founded the company back in 1974, and we were all young kids who had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. All we knew was that we were going to put together a professional theater company. We were going to utilize life-size puppets, the first one being Liberace, with the hopes that Liberace would come along and discover us and put us in a show in Las Vegas. I remember after Liberace discovered the company, and we all of a sudden found ourselves in Las Vegas, and we had never been away from home in our whole life. And I mean, of all cities to go to, I mean, is Las Vegas. And we were all standing there in the lobby of the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel, and nobody could read or write. No one could write their own names. So there were all these little simple things that we take for granted all the time in our life that they all had to learn.
It's not because of who you are that makes these people applaud you. It's because you're good. You are truly talented people, and you have every right to be here on this stage.
And here they are.
here with us and sit down and sit through and I'll tell you where you
There was no reason to believe she'd always be there. But don't put faith in what you believe in. That's getting you nowhere. 'Cause it helps you never give up. Don't look down, just look up. 'Cause she's always there behind you. Just to remind you of two hearts living in just one mind, beating together till the end of time. You know we're two hearts living in just one mind, together forever till the end of time. Oh, she knows that always be special. She knows, yeah, she knows, no matter how far apart we are.
If the famous people players have been able to achieve such wonderful things with their lives, it means that you too can achieve anything you want with yours. Their story is a lesson and a challenge for all of us. So kids, go for it.
I want to tell you about something wonderful. A stage event so extraordinary, so very special. You'd have to experience it to understand it. The famous people players, a little like magic, and like nothing you've ever seen before.